Relationships depend on many factors, and the way we see them is personal and subjective. See, I would consider 2 years together a long-term relationship, but I have a feeling that someone else would disagree with that. I'm Kara, and this is my question. At what point do you consider a relationship long-term? At what point in a relationship do you consider it long-term?
I would say after 6 months.
And why 6 months?
That's enough time to establish that you're interested in someone long enough to keep it going. Because usually after 2 or 3 months it sizzles out if it's not going to work out, right?
Awesome.
When you start developing more of an emotional attraction to someone, I find is when I begin to find it more long-term. Long-term, obviously most people think long-term is many, many, many years, but long-term can mean a few months depending on how much of an emotional attraction you have to someone.
Ooh, 6 months.
Why?
I don't know, because usually if they last for 6 months, they're gonna last a while. So, yeah.
At what point do you consider a relationship a long-term relationship?
Okay, when people, when you go to a party and you're just there alone, when people ask you, oh, where's so-and-so? So say I'm dating Stacy, people are like, oh, where's Stacy? That's a long-term relationship. People expect you to go places with that person, I guess.
All right, I like that answer.
Yeah.
I guess it depends on the relationship versus a timeline. When you've reached a point of really being able to trust somebody, and when you've reached a point where you can't imagine yourself with somebody else, I guess that would be, considered a long term, I guess.
6 months or 1 year, because sometimes people get detached or they'll lose emotions after 6 months or 2 years. So things will change and they might break up. That's usually when people do break up.
Six months is too short. 1 year, I think it's a good year. Yeah. After a year, you can consider if it's been a year you're with someone, you can consider it as a long-term relationship. Yeah, for sure.
Perfect.
6 months.
And what makes 6 months long-term?
I would gauge that you've started to know each other and you've got into getting into people's inner thoughts and workings, and that makes you comfortable with each other.
Around 6 months, I'd say. Anything after 6 months.
And why 6 months?
After the honeymoon period, so to speak, is over. Because once you spend more than 5, 6 months with somebody, it's rather not just the attraction or a sexual thing, it's rather a long-term relationship, something more seriously.
At what point do you consider a relationship a long-term relationship?
That's a hard one. I guess for different people it means different things, but for me, I guess it would be, over a year. I mean, I've been with my partner for over 3 years now, and so I consider that a long-term relationship, but every person's different.
A long-term relationship does not have a concrete definition, just like the word relationship itself. But as long as you're on the same page, your definition is really the only one that matters. Comment your answer below, and if you have any questions at all, tweet at me, @KarasQuestions. I want to make your question into a video, so please tweet. I'm Kara Anderson for XO Video. Come again.